Yeah, you have to stop because my voice is not loud. I'm not about to start shouting, but I'm very happy to be here hosting this symposium yet again. I really, really love Tears. Tears gave me and many of my peers the platform to do what we wanted to do research, to write, to work for the music that we love. And so I like coming back to Tears every point in time. Please reduce the music. I'm already shouting. Phew. Thank you. Yeah, so without um, much ado, because we spent an hour just waiting, I'll apologize for starting late. We're really sorry. We blame Mr. Uche for and Lagos traffic. And yeah, so I think the first thing we want to do is to open the floor with Tia's opening remarks. And for this, I would like to introduce Oluwaremilekun Makinde, the acting executive director of Tears. Remy is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person, a hard worker. She's been traveling up and down this year trying to. She just came back from another journey yesterday. I mean, she's stressed, and I'm just happy that this is the last working day for Tears. So please welcome Remy for her opening remarks.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you. I must really apologize for coming late. Honestly, this year has been really, really tough. I'm sure some of you are traveling and wondering, it's a lot of work. Yes, I did just come back from an engagement with the United Nations missions in New York, and that conversation was very, very important. It's important to connect um, what is happening on the grassroots level to those platforms. And that's why I have travel. So please, when you get travel, don't think it's enjoyment too, because that's working. All right. Now, to give the welcome remark, thank you all so much for coming in today, and thank you so much for your patience. For the last 8 years, TS has been documenting human rights abuses that has occurred on the basis of real or perceived sexual orientation or gender identity. Why is it important for us to document this work? It's important because we want to be able to combat issues like erasure. I don't know how many of us have actually recalled when Obasanjo did say that there are no lesbian, gay, bisexual persons living in Nigeria. So it's important to actually build this evidence, because if we don't do it for ourselves, they will say we don't exist, right? They will say our issues do not exist. So this is why we've been doing this work. And in the last 6 years, we've actually had a human rights symposium. The purpose of this symposium is to actually connect mainstream organizations and possible allies with the issues affecting sexual minorities in Nigeria. We do not leave a single life issue, right? There are so many, like layers and layers of issues that affect everybody sitting here. But the issues affecting LGBT plus persons are general issues affecting Nigeria, plus the ones that, happen because of their real or perceived sexual orientation or gender identity. So please, I know we've spent so much time waiting for us, and I don't really want to spend so much time. I just want to know this journey in some sense when we have allies in the room speaking on our behalf, and we can also do the same for them. Imagine when we are all gathered together to actually fight oppression that occur, whether it's oppression that is occurring with girls or person, or what is important for us to as this oppression as this cannot exist in a functioning democratic system. It does not represent the truth of how people should live their life, the quality of life, right? We should be able to consider as guarantee the fundamental human rights of everyone. So please, without much ado, I declare this event open. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much, Remy. Please clap again for Remy. I told you, Remy is a very wonderful person, a superb hard worker, and Tears is very grateful to have her. So, as we know, the theme of this symposium is Human Rights Activism in Nigeria, a pathway for national development. And so we have an experienced human rights feminist activist who will be delivering a speech. Her name is Ngozi. She is a human rights activist and the director of Vision Spring Initiatives. This feminist organization has a mandate to mainstream gender and participatory leadership into Nigeria's leadership sector. Ngozi is an experienced researcher in the area of NGO leadership, gender, and human rights. She has been involved in research and advocacy at national, regional, and international levels, and all of these are aimed at establishing the rights of women, girls, and those made vulnerable by laws, policies, and practices. Ngozi is a board member of the Coalition for the Defense of Sexual Rights, the board chair for Interfaith Diversity Network of West Africa, and a board member for the Passion of African Lesbians. Please put your hands together for you can really sit if you want. You want to sit? Yeah.
Hope you don't mind me crossing my legs. Okay. Good morning, everyone. So I kind of feel I'm in a safe space. Am I safe? Okay. Once again, I welcome us all, and it's really a pleasure to be here. She left out something. Last year, I was an awardee of tears. I won this award for the human rights in Nigeria, and I've been everyone knows because I've said it everywhere, and I can't forget tears for recognizing my work. I didn't even know anybody was watching. Thank you very much. Today we are discussing human rights activism in Nigeria, a pathway for national development. Sometime in March, I was expected to speak somewhere in a room packed with 50 activists. The invitation had said this training was for sex workers and human rights organizations, and just like Remy said, the idea was that we were looking for an inclusive approach to human rights. And so I was told I was going to speak to human rights organizations and sex workers. And I'm the chair of the board for sex workers in Nigeria, so I was really excited that I'm going to meet my people there. And I got to that room packed with 50 persons, all were them. I think and just one who has about 2 brothels. Because they are not there hiding. Instead of speaking to sex workers, human rights, mainstream human rights organizations, I ended up speaking to just mainstream human rights organizations. And I was speaking to at some point, someone an activist for me and said to me, Madam Rosie, sex workers' rights in Nigeria. I'm like, no, he said, hey, I said it. How can we give them rights? They are doing something bad. I said, you didn't give them. You can't give them their rights. You are not the custodian of their rights. And if you have this kind of challenge and you are an activist, you do not know that people are born with rights, then you shouldn't be in this room. So that's some of the kind of activities we have in Nigeria. Very selective activists who also go to the UN, they are activists, but when they come to Nigeria, they are activists for. They are not activists about safe abortion. They are not activists for LGBTQI plus rights. They are not activists for sex workers. They are just activists for their pockets. That's what I call them. And they are very selective. So how do mainstream activists understand intersectionality? How do activists understand the cause to development? Some people that some and I do have this very often when I do my work. The positions of the people that are not part of Yeah, and when I speak about women in their diversity. So it's in its 55(1)(d), it speaks about how you can beat your wife as a way of correcting her. It didn't say we can also beat men to correct them, yeah? Then the criminal code, because you know this law, they normally quote it for us. They quote it in the north, and then they quote the criminal code in the south. The criminal code during our research, and after you can bear with the witness, where it says in its section 353 that indecent assault of any man can attract 3 years imprisonment, while under section 360, indecent assault of a woman or girl attracts 2 years. What's that saying? Saying that men have more rights than women. And then also the other penal code is saying that women are stupid, they have to be beaten once in a while by their husbands. Where does that leave the rest of LGBTQI plus persons? Yeah. So we already know it's not history that we have this law, tripartite law that operates in Nigeria that makes it difficult for us to understand where we are. And so we go to the Hisba police, who is not a Nigerian police person, a state police person, can actually undress women. Can address a trans woman or a trans man to find out who they are. You say you're a man, okay, show me. You say you're a woman, show me. Police have powers to do anyhow. And not just them, even Nigeria police are still inquisitive to know how people present. Nigerian police and Hisba police, and Hisba police have so much power when you go to Kano. And the question is, are we, using our, apart from the penal code and the criminal code I spoke about, we have other litany of laws that Nigeria has signed and ratified. How are we as activists pushing and using those laws for the protection and the promotion of rights of all persons? And so I'm not going to talk about law, but we know that the very first law in 1948 was the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And the first article, one says all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and in rights. Everyone, it didn't say Ngozi or heterosexual people. Everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Finding out these things is so important. Because when you engage an activist, they say, Ngozi, but what about the penal code and the criminal code? They take you back to the laws that are older than them. They don't speak about the things that even Nigeria has signed and ratified. Someone said to me in Abuja, I was in Abuja, I came back yesterday, saying, but the CEDAW is not our law. How is it not our law? Is it not the same law that somebody used in court to argue for inheritance? It's called Mojeku. The same CEDAW. How are we as activists looking at how we can use laws and stop going back to penal and criminal codes? How many activists in this room